Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. We'll talk about Huda. We'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home.
It's 8:30 in Nigeria, 9:30 in Gaza, and I believe 11:30 in the Gulf. But you know what time it is. It's time for Viewers Pulse. You guys, thank you for tuning in to Viewers Pulse and Huda TV in general. I hope you certainly enjoyed Dr. Salah's live episode of Ask Huda about an hour and a half ago. You guys know the contact information should be on your screen shortly. You guys know the phone numbers. It's 002-0238-555-248 or 9. That's 002-0238-555-248 or 9, and that should appear on your screen as well. Please don't be hesitant to send me an email, which is as follows: pulse, P-U-L-S-E, @huda.tv. That's pulse @huda.tv, and please rest assured I do answer those myself. Facebook as well. You guys know the facebook.com/huda.tv. That's facebook.com/huda.tv. Please support us on Facebook by liking and sharing the page and all of our program pages as well. Don't forget Skype, you guys. We set that up just for you guys to call us absolutely free of charge by video call as well. And you can, by using this ID, Huda_TV, that's Huda_TV, you can certainly participate in all, that's right, all of the Huda TV programs, including, yes, Ask Huda, The Straight Path, Let's Talk, Viewers Pulse, and our new program, inshaAllah, starting this January, by the will of Allah, the Ummah tonight, inshaAllah. Having said that, I have a lot of news here to report. That is Huda TV news. But before I really get into that, I don't think it would be appropriate without mentioning a few words of support and condolences for the dear Muslim people of Palestine and in Gaza. As you know, for the last several days, they have been under siege by the monstrous and aggressive Zionist military machine funded by the United States taxpayer. Of course, we can't forget Syria and Burma and all the Muslim people, because when one part of the Muslim Ummah suffers, and now you're seeing images of Gaza on your screen, we all suffer. We all stand together. We support our Muslim fellows wherever they may be, from whatever country they come from whatever language they speak. This is what separates the Muslim nation from other nations, regardless of the color of your skin, the language you speak, the country where you come from. We are all united behind La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. So these people in Palestine, they are our brothers, and we have to support them by any means possible. And I believe, and just my humble opinion, support them by any means you can, whether it be financially, by sending medical support, by writing your local congressman or senator, your local state representative to draw attention to this. Do whatever you can, because they are certainly in need of our support now, as you can see the images on your screen. I highly recommend personally to those of our viewers in the United States and Canada and the UK as well, write to your local senator, write to your local congressman, and to your state senator as well. Make some noise about it. It's within your rights to do so. So it's your obligation as well. You know, we have a responsibility to help the Muslim people wherever they are. So certainly do so. Help by any means you can. So it's tragic. This thing keeps happening year after year. As a result of this, we've launched a program. I hope you were able to see it last night. Gaza Massacre, which will be airing at 10:30 p.m. Mecca time tomorrow, as well as it aired last night. Okay, hosted by Brother Osama Al-Shami. We had a variety of guests. It's really the point of this program is to play our part in the media, to draw attention to this calamity by spreading the word and by shedding light. As you see the images here, certainly something very, very sad, devastating, and unfortunately it happens year after year, multiple times per year even. So like I said, I believe it's incumbent upon all Muslims, especially American, English, and Canadian Muslims who have some say in the political movement in their countries, to write to their local senators and support them by any means possible. And I'm sure those images that you see now are touching you, subhanAllah. We have a special phone call from American Muslim, Dr. Rami. He's actually a student as well, a professor at Canadian International University from Pennsylvania, I believe. Thank you, Dr. Rami. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Viewers Pulse.
Walaikum salam wa barakatuh.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your call. Dr. Rami, tell me a little bit about the Muslim movements in America, the Muslim people there in the United States. What actions are they taking in order to shed light on the problems that we are facing in Gaza? And can you speak about that a little bit?
Yes. I mean, honestly, as of now, I mean, luckily, I mean, in the recent years, we've actually, congregated more. We have a lot more, Islamic conferences in order to address these, these concerns as to what's going on in the Middle East. And, we try to protest as much as we can at the United Nations to try to promote awareness of what's going on in the Middle East and how we shouldn't be ignored. A lot of the leaders, especially Obama, President Obama in the States, and a lot of the European leaders as well, tend to turn a blind eye to what goes on to the Middle East in support of Israel. And sometimes we feel that, it's just absolutely not, especially what's going on with Gaza right now with 105 people that have already died this week. And it just, I mean, the amount of lack of awareness that's, lack of support that's going out to them is just, it's unacceptable.
Dr. Rami, do you think that will ever change? I mean, do you think that the Muslims of America will ever become more influential and have a stronger voice?
I hope so. As opposed to it's going to change or not, I mean, that's what we're working for right now, and we're hoping it's going to change eventually, but I mean, it's going to take a lot of hard work, especially, post 9/11, our credibility is kind of down the drain, but we're working towards building back our reputation and improving, and trying to teach people, the correct fundamentals of Islam, and hopefully through that, inshallah, we'll be able to, better, teach the American society about us, and hopefully that way we can promote awareness and hopefully have more support for our Palestinian brothers and sisters that are unfortunately going through that battle alone in Israel.
Thank you so. Excellent points, Dr. Rami. I always say it's important to write to your local senator and to be politically active in some regard, because living in the United States, you do have some political say and voice there. Do you agree with me? Do you think the average Muslim should be writing his senator and congressman and state representative and try to make some noise about this?
No, absolutely. I mean, a lot of us do right now, and we try to even sometimes, when we see something in the news, we try to boycott it. We try to even write to some of the even corporations like AT&T when they sometimes make a statement that, that disregard us. But the problem is a lot of the times we don't, the unfortunate truth is we don't get a response back. But I mean, it's just a matter of persistence, and we have to keep on trying and not to give up. And hopefully one day, inshallah, Allah will help us, and we'll be able to finally, have a say in what goes on.
Yeah, I certainly couldn't agree with you more. Now, brother, I believe in Pennsylvania there's a very active Muslim community there. I'm sure in the local mosques and community centers, when these things happen, there's fundraising and things like that going on, isn't there?
Yes, there is. I mean, where I am from particular, we're not a large group, but I mean, there are a lot of organizations as well, especially in New Jersey as well. When I go out there's a lot of there's a lot of mosques, there's a lot of organizations, there's a lot of conferences that go on to try to gather us together. So, I mean, there's even a group called EAG, I believe it's the Egyptian American group. They're working towards, trying to promote a democratic future for Egypt as well.
SubhanAllah, excellent. Dr. Rami, having said that, I mean, the American Muslims, they are in a difficult situation, being that although they are full citizens of the United States, they're under constant suspicion, and they're kind of deemed as traitors immediately, aren't they?
Oh yeah, we're always. I mean, it is. Unfortunately, that is. There's a lot of truth to that. But I mean, it's just a matter of just having tough skin and just trying to deal with it. I mean, you have to. I mean, as a Muslim, you're going to be faced with a lot of criticism, and people are always going to critique you. But I mean, you just have to, keep a solid ground and just keep a smile on your face and and practice your Islamic traditions, and through that, inshallah, I mean, we'll be able to make a statement. We just can't take things out of context, and that's what we try to do, and that's what we try to teach each other. So this way, we can always remain relevant, and and also be able to have a say, and people not call us irrational. Because I mean, what goes on in the world today, a lot of times we overreact, and we're trying to do the exact opposite of that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And in fact, I think the scenario, if we could say, of the situation, the predicament of Muslims in America, I think it's improving. I think we have a positive place in the future, inshallah. Having said that, Dr. Rami, if you can give me your brief thoughts on the Middle East in these couple of days, do you see a positive outlook for the Middle East, considering the Arab Spring and this sort of thing?
No, I do see a positive outlook. I mean, but it's in the long run. I mean, as of right now, what's going on in the past few days, it's incredibly sad. It's a matter of our one weakness, or actually our ultimate weakness, I believe, is that we don't have any unity amongst each other. And I believe to solve a lot of our problems, we need unity, and we need to start caring for one another.
Sure.
And I mean, if we don't care for one another, how's the rest of the world supposed to take us seriously? So I believe one of the main solutions to our problems is unity, and I hope that does happen soon enough, because I think enough, blood has been shed.
I certainly agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more, Dr. Rami. I certainly appreciate your time and your call. Thank you for calling.
Oh, no, I appreciate it. No, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Excellent. That's Brother Dr. Rami. Thank you, Brother American Muslim from the Canadian International University. We certainly appreciate his call. I couldn't agree with him more. You guys, having said that, you see the images on your screen there. Please give me a call. Let the people know around the world that we are supporting our fellows in Palestine. You know the phone number is 002-0238 248 or 249. I do now want to get into, inshallah, some of our Huda TV news, just to briefly catch you guys up to speed while we continue to run those images, because we don't want to let this fade away. As it happens in the media, something happens, and a couple days later, everybody forgets about it. We want to keep it on everybody's mind and on their hearts as well. So we'll keep those images running. Having said that, let me briefly give you some Huda TV news, inshallah. We are preparing for the return of Dr. Steph Karis Abu Yasser. Inshallah, by popular demand, he will be filming a new history program for us titled The Spread of Islam, tentatively titled, that's The Spread of Islam. That will be similar to his previous program, which we received a great positive feedback from that. So keep an eye out for Abu Yasser, Dr. Steph Karis, coming back to film more with us, inshallah. He also has filmed, inshallah, from what I understand, a program titled 30 Days and 30 Nights, a European Ramadan. This featured him traveling throughout Europe, in the month of Ramadan, having iftar in different communities, in different cities, and in different countries as well. Let's go over to Huda Academy news as well while we continue playing those images for you. We don't want you guys to forget about Gaza. At the same time, however, I would like to update you about a couple of things regarding Huda Academy. The web technician and engineer, Brother Omar Shear, just recently informed me this evening, Aqidah 2, level Aqidah 2, level 2 Aqidah with Dr. Muhammad Salah is now available for those people who have completed Aqidah 1. Let me say that one more time. Aqidah level 2, taught by Dr. Muhammad Salah, is now available on Huda Academy if you have completed Aqidah 1. The same goes for Tafsir 2 with Sheikh Ibrahim Zidan. It is now available online at www.hudaonlineacademy.com. If you have completed Tafsir 1, you can go to Tafsir 2, inshallah. So please go ahead and do that and register for those classes as soon as possible. We have a special phone call, a special guest, inshallah, Dr. Ali Sheikh. He's a doctor in English literature and American literature. We're very pleased to have him. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the program, Dr. Ali.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
I certainly appreciate, Doctor, you taking time to spend with us. Doctor, I wanted to have you on the program a little bit to talk about the importance of English language Islamic media, especially considering the massive propaganda campaign against Islam, which this propaganda machine is used against us, especially in these times when we see problems throughout the Muslim world in Gaza and Burma, in Syria. So perhaps, Dr. Ali, you can share your thoughts on the importance of Islamic media in the English language.
Thank you for inviting me to this wonderful channel. A light in every home. Yes, English language is very important, and the Prophet advised us to learn other languages in order to spread, Islam here and there. I once was a visiting scholar in IUP, and they asked me, I will give you an example of how language is very important. They asked me to give a presentation entitled "The Position of Women in Islam." I kept speaking about the position of women in Islam. I saw tears in the eyes of American ladies, and immediately after the session, I remember a lady approached me and asked for a copy of the translation of the Holy Quran, and I gave it as a gift. You know what? Teaching language is very important. English language is very important from the media here and there, and
yes, of course, Doctor. Can you hear? Are you still with me, Dr. Ali?
Yes.
Oh, okay, excellent. So we could say in general, learning other languages and acquiring linguistic knowledge is important because we're spreading the message of Islam all around the world. Having said that, what is the role of the English language Islamic media with regards to Gaza right now? What should the English language channels, Islamic channels, be doing in order to spread?
Brother, it's a coincidence. I am an MP, a member of parliament. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No, go ahead.
Allah يبارك في عمرك. I'm an MP, member of Shura Council. Today, Mr. Speaker asked us for an urgent session about Gaza. And yesterday, a delegate went there. We plan to go there regularly, on group by group, to give moral support to our brothers in Gaza. And of course, the media is very important, to spread the issue of Gaza here and there, throughout the whole world.
Dr. Ali, do you think Egypt will now, I know you're based in Egypt as well, do you think Egypt will now play a bigger and better role and a positive role in helping the plight of the Palestinian people? Because we all have to admit in the past they were complicit in these terrible crimes.
This is what I said today, brother. There is a great difference between the 2008. You remember the attack on our brothers in Gaza and the 2012. There's a great difference between both situations, and let me assure you that the president is making his best actually to give moral support, and we ask for better than just moral support. They need medicine, they need food, they need everything. They need weapons to defend themselves.
Yeah, of course, full support. So you would say the difference this time around, I believe we lost the call with Dr. Ali Sheikh. It was a really wonderful call. I certainly hope that we can get a hold of him again. Inshallah, Dr. Ali, thank you for your call. I had so many more questions for you. We have Sister Asiya from the KSA. Assalamu alaikum, Sister. Thank you for calling Viewers Pulse.
Wa alaikum salam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brother, I was been promised to give a scholarship for Huda Academy.
Oh, okay, Sister. And you haven't received it yet?
Yeah, and I'm eagerly waiting for that. I just wanted to confirm the brothers have taken my right email ID, or do they having any problem for that or something? That is why they have not sent. I just wanted to check it off. That's why I
called.
Sure. It's not a complaint, but I wanted to just say it to whether I have given the right information, it had reached them or not.
Sure. Sister Asiya, thank you for calling. I'm sorry for the delay. However, I'm sorry, Sister. I lost my train of thought. Yes, Sister Asiya, about the Huda Academy Scholarship. Please, if you can just give us a couple of days to organize that, and as long as you've given your email to the brothers in control, inshallah, you will receive the information soon. And that goes for everybody who won a scholarship to Huda Online Academy. Thank you so much, Sister Asiya, for your patience. We have another special guest, a regular contributor to Viewers Pulse, our dear friend, Brother Ashraf El-Kilani. We certainly appreciate his phone call. Assalamu alaikum, and thank you for calling, Brother Ashraf.
Wa alaikum assalam. It's my pleasure. How are you, Malik?
Hey, alhamdulillah, brother, we're doing great. The thing is, this program, we always like to bring news for Huda TV, what's going on, but we didn't feel it was really appropriate to only talk about this sort of thing when we have all these problems going on, this aerial war against Gaza.
Yes.
So really, we want to know your opinion, brother, and perhaps you can give some advice to the individual Muslim, what he or she can do to show solidarity to the Muslim people of Gaza.
Actually, regarding the subject you are talking about, of course, it's very sad for every Muslim who feel the brotherhood with the other Muslims in the different countries. What we had seen in Gaza from the massacres and murdering by this Jewish enemy. On the individual level, we can do a lot of things. For instance, the praying, this is the main thing, praying for Gaza, praying for Allah that He supports them and accept their martyrs. Also, we can do the strict boycott for the Jewish products. We can publish the aggression and the siege which is imposed on our people in Gaza and their news throughout the live broadcast of the program and the forums that talked about the subjects, the distributions of papers or essays which urges the people to donate to our people in Gaza, using the telephone messages, the mobile, in order to remind our families and relatives with the subject of Gaza. We can also publish the implication of the blockade, the death of the children, the old people, the pregnant mothers, and we can publish these things all over the mass media and social media in order to make the people realize or understand or feel what are really happening in Gaza, the people are defending themselves and they are defending their land. They didn't start the fight.
SubhanAllah. Brother, you mentioned some economic action. I really like what you said about boycotting Israeli and perhaps American products, Brother Ashraf. I mean, how important is that? I mean, the Muslims make up a fifth of this planet. Why can't we simply get together and boycott these products and companies and products that come from these countries, rather? And I think that would have a great effect, don't you think?
Of course, it will not be a suddenly boycott. As you know, most of the Arabic countries, most of their products are coming from outside, from USA, from some of them come from Israel, as I think. But we have a very special weapon, which is the petrol.
So, yes,
like the King Faisal did during the War of October.
Yes.
He, let's say, stopped the bombing of petrol to USA, and we see the demonstrations that the petrol barrels was raised to its highest level of cost.
He bring them to their knees, the whole world.
Yes. Why we don't do this? Why?
Yeah, so I agree. He brought the whole Western world to their knees with that, I believe. What about political action, brother? I mean, why don't people all around the world, if you press your local politicians, your senators, your MP, your parliamentarians, I mean, I think this will have a great effect as well.
Yes, actually, we see some of the Arabian delegations from Egypt and from other countries, I don't remember right now, which came to Gaza Strip and share the people with their coming and supporting them, and of course they have the right to defend themselves. And President Morsi, I think, announced that today it will be the end of this little war between Israel and Gaza, as I think they will try to put some political and diplomatic solution or diplomatic treaty between the two parties in order to ceasefire between the two parties.
Yeah, inshallah. Brother, back to what you said about boycott, if I can keep you on the line, Brother Ashraf. By the way, I'm against all this stuff when Muslims buying iPhones and wearing Nike and all this stuff. I'm against this personally. I don't think this is good. They're killing us, and we're giving them their money. We're giving them our money. That doesn't make sense to me. Brother, I also say this. Consumers, the Muslim world, we became the biggest consumers. Why don't we produce something and support Muslim people that have businesses and produce products instead of just consuming goods coming from America and Europe? What are your thoughts, brother?
I think, of course, it will not become in a blink of an eye. We should, let's say, improve our education, improve our service to the citizens, and where the citizens can feel that he belongs to this country, and he do his utmost efforts in order to give the ability to his country to produce local products, which is can be, let's say, popularly or can be spread all over the world. But in meantime, we take our food from them. We are under a total weakness, and we will not get rid of this weakness. And if not, we united and hold with the Kitab and Sunnah and leave the differences between each other, we'll be in this same sadness, in the same let's say differences, as long as we didn't unite for the sake of making the Islam spread all over the world.
Brother Ashraf, we have about 30 more seconds. My final question, brother, is having said that, I mean, I know there's a lot of negative things going on right now in the Muslim world, in Gaza and Syria and Burma. But would you say the situation for the Muslim world is better today than it was even 2 years ago?
I think no.
No? But what about the political change in the Middle East? I mean, don't you think this will have a long-term positive effect?
Of course, what have been missed or what have been destroyed for over 60 years from the let's say the intellectual war, which have been done by the government, especially in the Arab countries, which were supporting the Israeli sides and the American sides, and they allow them to do what they want in the, let's say, the educational
institutions,
yes. Controlling the studies and the lessons. We can say, let's omit this and put this ayat is urges on hating. Okay, we can miss them or delete them. So what have been destroyed for all over 60 years, it will not be
built in one day. Yeah, of course.
replaced in one day.
Certainly, I couldn't agree with you more, Brother Ashraf Al-Kilani. Thank you for your call, brother.
Thank you, man.
That's the end of our program. I look forward to seeing you next week, inshallah, if you're available. You guys at home, thank you for watching Viewers Pulse. Again, don't forget to support your Muslim people in Gaza by doing whatever you can do, whether that is, donating money for medical supplies or just writing to your local representative, your congressman or state senator. Having said that, I look forward to seeing you guys next Sunday, inshallah, at 10:30 Mecca time, if we're still around. So until then, I leave you in the care of Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We'll talk about Huda, we'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. We'll talk about Huda, we'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your